Hey there, my nomad souls. What's up? It's your girl Raven, and welcome to your message of motivation. Today's message of motivation is going to be about self-love, okay? And before I get started, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to you guys so much for joining the live readings and hitting the like button, sharing, and leaving comments. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you guys so much, okay? This reading will be for all signs, but please only take what resonates, okay? If it does not apply, let it fly, okay? All right, so let me get into this self-love message, okay? So check it. This morning, I was just like sitting at the table drinking some tea, and I had this download about what self-love really means. And I really felt like there was a lot of struggle around this message, as if you guys have been trying to discover this and have been on this journey for a while to discover what self-love is. And you may have even noticed that most of your karmic lessons have been centered around you choosing yourself and defining that self-love and setting boundaries in relationships here. I have some downloads, okay? I wrote some things down. I'm not gonna go through the whole list and bore you to death, okay? But I just wanted to say that you guys may be choosing happiness at this point in time. And this means allowing your emotions to flow, okay? No more holding back, no more fear of being vulnerable. You may have had that fear of vulnerability in the past because of the way you've been hurt, and you could be very guarded, but at the same time, you're trusting yourself more, okay? And you could also be looking at emotional offerings differently now, following your heart towards what you know is true instead of what looks good, instead of superficial relationships. Like, for instance, if someone is if someone is telling you they're sorry, or if they're telling you that they do love you, you're really looking at the energy behind that, their actions. Is this really what do they really mean this, or are they just trying to blow smoke, because people will do that, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is defining self-love, okay? And you can define self-love by knowing that it's not selfish, that it is indeed foundational, okay? Self-love radiates inside. It starts on the inside, but it radiates out of you. And that manifests, people to love you in return. And let me get into some angel cards on that. Give me a second. Self-love is about filling your own cup so that you can give from abundance. Setting healthy boundaries is a key part of self-love, and this can also improve relationships. So like I said before, you guys could really be setting boundaries with the goal of making sure that you're putting your needs first so that you're not coming up empty. We have vacuum away fear. It says, call upon Archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, the situation, and everyone that is involved. So, starting out with the self-love journey, Spirit wants you to allow yourself to be vulnerable, which is by vacuuming away fear, by calling on your spirit team, by calling on your archangels, calling them by name, speaking it out loud that you need their assistance, that you need their healing love and support, their guidance, okay? And knowing that you are always divinely guided and infinitely loved by the universe, okay? Next up, we have past life issue. It says the situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you to remember, release, and learn and heal from your past experiences. So this issue of self-love, and not that I really want to call it an issue, but like I said before in the beginning, you may have always noticed this theme in relationships where it came down to you loving yourself and having to put yourself first and walking away from what isn't serving you. This may be karmic energy from another lifetime, okay? I personally believe that we've lived many lifetimes, and take it how it resonates, okay? You don't have to believe in that, but I'm just saying that this energy has been remanifesting itself in many of your lifetimes, waiting for you to deal with it, and this may be why you're having such an issue with it, and it may be a reoccurring theme in every relationship. And when I say relationships, it doesn't just have to be love. It could be family, kids, your job, the community, just your relationship with God, anything. There is something here that has been holding you up here. And Spirit wants you to ask your archangels, to ask your spirit team to help you remember, to help you learn so that you can conquer this karmic lesson here, okay? And I really feel like part of that is some of that, okay? Self-love is acceptance. It involves acknowledging imperfections that you may have and practicing self-compassion. It's like shifting from self-criticism to self-kindness, even when you make a mistake. So also I'm feeling the energy of accepting yourself for who you are, inside and out, looks and all, flaws and all, just accepting this is who you are. This does not mean that you can't change who you are and that you shouldn't change. If you're wanting that for yourself, if you feel like change is necessary, by all means do that. But also accepting that you are not perfect. No one is. No one's perfect on this planet, okay? We were born with flaws. And allowing yourself that, okay? All right. Yeah, the sun in reverse, which indicates like being pessimistic, being negative, feeling down, or depression, sadness, you know, things like that. Also represents your inner child as well. Spirit is like love the your inner child is like the foundation of who you are. Your emotional healing, your support, your wounding, all of that comes from inside. Your creativity comes from your inner child. A lot of intuitive wisdom comes from your inner child as well. So Spirit is like, it's definitely time to maybe explore some things that may have happened in your childhood, maybe even, or just overall just the energy of manifesting. It's about the law of attraction, keeping your thoughts positive, keeping them pure as much as you can. Even if you don't know how a situation is going to work out, it's all about manifesting the best positive outcome here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, your family life, you may be struggling with financial security, or you're just overall manifesting your long-term success and wealth and stability, and that all comes through the law of attraction. But let me get back to the self-love message here, okay? Because I want to get into some challenges here that could be keeping you back. What are some emotional challenges here for the collective? And again, this reading is for all signs, okay? But please take it how it resonates, okay? All right, so you have the power of magic, okay? What's going on with the magic? It says ghost. Hold on a second. Let's put this together. Okay, the two cards that came out is disruption and intuition. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Spirit wants you to know that you are blocking your own magic. Okay. You're ghosting your own spiritual abilities and powers and gifts by not trusting your intuition. There's a disruption here to your intuition here. And that could be you trusting yourself, loving yourself. What's part of this disruption here? Passion. There's a disruption to your passion, your drive, your energy, that motivation to do something here. Something could be interrupting the energy that is fueling your intuition and your magic. It's like you've lost passion, you've lost drive for something here. In a sense, I feel like you know what abilities you have, you know what you can do with yourself, but it's like the fire is just kind of dim at the moment. You're just like, you're not that turned on about it, it seems. We can get into that. You may also need to rest as well. You may need to rest. That card was on the top. Okay, let me get some more into that, guys, okay? Because part of self-love is action. Okay. And the thing about that is that self-love is an ongoing practice, not a destination. It requires consistent effort and intention, and involves making choices that prioritize your well-being. So you may be exhausted just from the journey of life in itself, but becoming even more exhausted trying to maintain that energy, that drive, that passion, that motivation that allows you to manifest and create and be magical in a sense. Explain this, please. Okay, we got the King of Pentacles in the reverse, Taurus energy, which could talk about being stubborn a little bit. We have the High Priestess upright, which is your intuition card. You trusting yourself, your sacred knowledge, high morals. Then we've got the Seven of Pentacles as well. Let me put these together. Now, let me say this, okay? You may have been obsessed with wealth and status at one point, or had some issues with money. You may have been a little stubborn towards getting your money together or something like that. This all stems from you not trusting yourself. I'm also seeing here that there is someone in your energy who is extremely greedy. They're obsessed with wealth and status, and they're a little bit stubborn here. And they have been keeping quiet about something here. I feel like that you're on a path to becoming a business, like like on your own business, to be like a business manager, to be a leader, to be in a really high ranking position at a company here. And this all comes from you trusting yourself and putting in the hard work. You're about to see some sustainable results here. Yeah, we've got the Two of Wands here, which kind of came out as a challenge, which represents planning, making decisions, leaving home, making progress. And then we got the Hierophant in reverse, more Taurus energy. This represents you going against the grain, doing something unconventional, having blind faith, not going against, but standing on your own personal beliefs and making something work here. So you may have been a little stubborn in the past when it came to your material wealth and status. Not saying that you were like you were worried about appearances, but you may have been a little stubborn before, maybe because you have more of a superficial goal and attitude about it. But now I really feel like that you realize that you have always had access to this abundance, to this wealth, but it was all due to your lack of planning, your lack of foresight. Fear of change, fear of the unknown. You're just not trusting yourself here, and this may have been holding you back. And maybe because also with the Hierophant in reverse, again, you're standing on your own personal beliefs. Beforehand, you may have been like, oh, well, I'm gonna go by someone else's agenda for being secure and wealthy, which means you work. You take whatever job pays the most, and it doesn't matter if you resonate with it or not. You're just doing it for the paycheck, and that may have led you to stumble in the past when it came to financial stability, because you were working and there was no passion or drive behind it, and you just, may not have stuck around too long, or just didn't work out. Oh, the way that spilled out. Yeah, there might have been some conflicts and things going on at work because you wouldn't get along with coworkers, or just conflict going on in the background, and it just you wasn't feeling it. You were just doing it for the paycheck. But now I feel like your motivation is leading you towards doing something that not just feeds your pockets, but feeds your spirit, your soul, and part of your spiritual mission, which could be to help others. We have the Judgment card here with the Empress, with the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Swords in reverse. That's a lot of cards here. But at the bottom, we have the Justice. I feel like you're having an awakening, a rebirth to where you've been, how you got yourself there. And self-love is, of course, always about trusting yourself. And I really feel like that now you're realizing how much magic you've always had here. Yeah, Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is talking about walking away from something that's no longer working out. You may be working alone. You may have been in a situation where there's a lack of teamwork. This could have been a job in the past. You may have worked this career for a long time, and it was just like a lot of disorganization, group conflict, a lack of teamwork. You just did not feel like that you were in alignment with your path. And now... And again, you may have just been doing this not because you really cared about what this job did. It's just the money. But now I really feel like you're thinking about, how am I fulfilling myself inside and out? Not just like with my pockets, but what can I do that can, take care of myself and my family, but also make sure that I'm doing the best thing that's for me. We got the Six of Cups in reverse, which could talk about moving forward, forgiving things in the past here. Also, you guys may have been living in the past trying to make something work in a connection or relationship, and it was time to walk away. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You may have been living in the past. You may have had a past mindset about what financial stability and family should look like. You may have had like old traditional values where, like, if you have kids with someone, you stuck with them no matter what, and it didn't matter what you wanted. All that mattered was about the family and making sure they were taken care of. And I really feel like now you've learned from these mistakes. You've learned from the mistakes, and you're trying to forgive yourself for the past. And also, I feel like you could be lacking playfulness too, because of all the things that's happened to you in the past that you could be struggling to deal with. And Spirit is saying that that's also part of your energy, your drive, like being a little dim, because you're just kind of burnt out and tired. It's definitely a time for rest here, if there is. Let me get another deck out, guys, okay? Like I said, part of self-love is all about action. It's an ongoing practice, not a destination. You gotta constantly work at it to make sure that you're setting boundaries and things like that. So one of the many things of practicing self-love is positive self-talk, setting boundaries, self-care, pursuing your passions, and forgiveness, and also celebrating your wins. Okay, that's very important here. You may not think that accomplishment is all that important, so you may not want to celebrate. The Spirit is saying to celebrate the hell out of every little milestone you get, because it's important to you and important to your path. Okay, and that brings in positive energy. It's all about self-care here. And like I said before about pursuing passions, you may have a passion. You could be a doctor right now, but that was not your passion. You just went to medical school because you grew up in a family of doctors or nurses or whatever, people in the medical field. So you felt inclined to do the same thing. Same thing with Army, military. You may have been in the service because your family was in the service. So you just kind of got pushed into it. And not that it was against your will. It's just that, I guess you figured, you had your life figured out that way. And then you got into doing the work and realizing this is not where your passion is. So again, it's about being true to yourself. Self-love is about you being true to yourself and putting other things aside. It doesn't mean that other things aren't important. It just means that you cannot give out to the world, to the universe, if you're not fulfilling your own passions, your own needs. Benefits of self-love include improved mental health. You get healthier relationships, you increase your confidence, and you get a greater sense of purpose. Okay? Spirit is asking you to break free. It says you're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. There is a card in a different deck, this African Goddess deck, where it talks about how you have to be you and live your authentic life, and not everybody is going to be happy with this image of you, and that's okay because you're not for everybody. You're supposed to just be living for you. I feel like that's part of this message here. Spirit is asking you as a form of self-love to break free from restrictive things, from other people's thoughts of you or their opinions, things like that. Spirit is break free from that. Set boundaries. I'm going to go more into some more situations here. It's time. You're being asked to move forward towards the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring it out into the world. You are ready. It's time. Yeah, Spirit wants you to know that it's time. It's definitely time for you to break free, from you to do the things that's best for you, to put yourself first, okay? All right, so what other challenges are going on here in the background here? Because another part of self-love is addressing common obstacles, okay? Like I said before at the beginning of the reading, you may have noticed a common theme centered around neglect or one-sided connections. Just you keep running into the same issue in every type of connection you go into. And it may be time to address it. You may need to overcome some self-criticism as well. You may be dealing with some guilt of your own from things that happened in the past. It's important for you to forgive yourself and accept yourself for who you are. Okay, definitely. Also, Spirit is saying that you may need some help with navigating societal pressures, which means cultivating inner validation and focusing on personal values rather than external expectations. So again, marching by the beat of your own drum, basically. Realizing that you don't need anyone else's validation to be who you are, to be great, to be creative, to be different. You may have lived your life before according to how other people would approve or you conforming to societal norms. And now you're realizing that you don't have to do this no more. And this is part of that inner validation, not seeking it from someone else. Not, there's different types of people, different type of personalities out there, okay? But you might know someone or you may know of someone who is constantly they're boastful. They're always boasting about things that they've done. They're always seeking that validation. Am I good enough? Am I good enough yet? The Spirit is don't become like that person. We have the Fool in reverse, which could talk about how you may have held back in the past. You may have been hesitating or indecisive about taking a leap of faith into a new beginning and marching by the beat of your old drum. But now you're confident. With the Queen of Wands here, you're looking good. You have the courage. You have the courage. You're independent. You're focused. Spirit is asking you to remain determined. And also, she's a sexy card, which means you look good while doing this. The moon, Pisces energy with the moon reverse, releasing fears, repressed emotions. Yeah, you may have had a lot of repressed emotions and things like that, trying to make people around you comfortable. And I feel like Spirit is it's time for you to release these fears. You may have been misinterpreting some type of indecision, some type of recklessness, some type of bad choices you were making. You may have been a risk taker. You may have been somehow creating blockages for yourself. Once you release this mindset here, it's like you're setting yourself free. Yeah. Yeah, that's all for the downloads. Okay, hold on, guys. So what else should a collective know about their situation here? Let's get into it. Queen of Cups. Okay, that's the sweetheart energy. She's Cancer energy. So this could talk about you being emotionally stable, intuitive, caring, being a sweetheart. Ace of Pentacles. Spirit wants you to know that your caring nature, your caring, comforting nature, your healing, intuitive, caring nature is about to help you manifest something major. This could be money, a new job. You could be like a counselor or something like that. You have a sense of compassion that is unmatched, is what I'm hearing in my head. You're about to be rewarded for being this kind, healing soul. Yeah, 10 of Swords, which means you've been through a lot of heartbreak, a lot of grief, a painful ending, a deep wound. So yeah, you healing from a painful ending here and allowing yourself to be healed, allowing yourself to be comfortable in your own skin of your own right without seeking validation for you to be healed. This is about to slingshot you into a major abundance here. Yeah, 9 of Swords. You may have been worried. You might have been fearful. You know, you might have been depressed. You might have had trouble sleeping at night. By you taking time and being patient with yourself and acknowledging who you are and allowing yourself to be healed, this is going to land you out of something that was dragging you down. Yeah, the Hermit in reverse. You may have needed to isolate yourself. Virgo energy. You might have been withdrawn. You may have felt lonely. You might have felt like you even lost your way trying to heal from something that just wasn't serving you here. Okay, let's see what that was. Yeah, like some kind of fight. We got the 5 of Swords, some type of conflict or disagreement or something you felt defeat. You might have been in an abusive relationship or somebody was very sneaky, deceptive, or combative in the connection you were just in. This caused a lot of heartbreak I'm seeing here and a lot of delays and frustrations and you holding off on walking away because you were just hoping that things would work out with the 8 of Cups here. Yeah, so like with the 8 of Wands in reverse, that talks about like you holding off or being frustrated or being delays. So I feel like there was a lot going on here in your past. And it really caused a lot of delays because there was a lot of grief here, a lot of emotional pain. Someone here could have gotten a divorce or someone could have lost someone here. By you being patient with yourself, this is what's landing you in the land of golden opportunity here with this Ace of Pentacles. And I'm going to clarify this for you because I really feel like this is going to be your reward for self-love. Yeah, look, the Queen of Cups again with the Moon in reverse. Yeah, and then the Queen of Wands again. Let me reshuffle because that's the same combination came out a minute ago. But I really feel like Spirit is wanting to emphasize that by being confident and comfortable in your skin, releasing your fears, addressing repressed emotions and things like that, you're about to be extremely happy here. Yeah, now the King of Pentacles is upright. Wealth, stability, discipline, abundance. And then look, this card flipped out. Fresh start. You're being given opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. So yeah, Spirit is gifting you a fresh start. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords here, and that's the truth. Mental clarity, breakthrough, success. You may have been confused before. You may have been seeking inner clarity, kept rethinking an idea over and over again, not sure how to get past something, but Spirit is letting you know that you're about to receive mental clarity through healing, through practicing self-love. You're going to have a mental breakthrough with this self-love journey and realize how blessed you really are to be who you are and have your abilities and have and you're going to be able to live your life the right way, and you're the star. Now I kind of flipped out in reverse. Aquarius energy. The star card talks about having faith, you discovering your purpose, healing, rejuvenating, having hope. But in reverse, it talks about a lack of faith or being insecure. I feel like you're out of that energy now. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which could talk about trying to become financially independent, or someone here who's a gold digger only around for the money. So Spirit is trying to warn you as well that as a star, you're going to be going out on stage possibly. A lot of people are going to notice you. You might get rewards by the universe. I mean, you're going to get a lot of gifts here. And Spirit will just want you to be aware that there's a possibility of those coming and asking you for help, and make sure their intentions are pure here. Yeah, look, the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, so watch out. You know, you're recovering from financial loss, okay? But there could be somebody who could be trying to have a come up off of your success, okay? I feel like that's a warning here. What else about that? Yeah, look, the King of Swords. Spirit is asking you to make head over heart decisions, okay? To remain disciplined, to remain truthful and honest, to maintain this mental clarity, okay, about what's going on around you. And also to make sure that you don't fall back into a pattern where you end up back in financial instability again, because you're going to be gifted a chance to come out of this funk that you were in. Yeah, 6 of Swords, and it all comes from you healing, leaving behind baggage, moving forward here, self-love. By you choosing you and putting yourself first and not letting anyone else's opinions matter or interfere, you are manifesting a new beginning, a fresh start that is going to make a mega difference in your life. I can't make this up. We got the Chariot here. That's about overcoming challenges, progress, action, courage. Like nothing can stand in the Chariot's way, okay? The Chariot runs over whatever the hell it wants to. That could also represent a new car coming in too. Someone could be getting a car. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, okay? Which talks about hard work, being responsible, being focused, being conservative a bit. The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving. So Spirit is asking you to move forward, but also to remain focused, okay? Don't let anything stand in your way here. Yeah, things that could cause burdens here with the 10 of Wands. You know, that this also talks about extra responsibility and hard work, but Spirit is asking you to take responsibility, to remain focused here, and don't let anything stand in your way. This self-love journey is a personal transformation. We got the Tower card in reverse. This may have been something that you were trying to avoid. You have fear of change. You know, you might have been restless. This is a stormy time that you're coming out of. It's over for you. As far as your darkness is concerned, there's only happiness from here. And then we've got the Page of Cups here. Page of Cups is like happy surprises, emotional expression, like being playful and stuff. Why the Page of Cups? That's also your inner child. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So children may be involved in this as well. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you're going to start receiving more intuitive messages here. If you're a tarot reader or you work in divination or something like that, your skills are going to increase and heighten. Your skills are going to get better. Also, Spirit is saying that you have a very unique creative ability within you. And there is an opportunity out there that is just for you, like it's cut just for you, and it takes for you to do it. Like there's something that you're manifesting here. Yeah, we have the 2 of Swords here, which talks about a difficult decision or weighing out your options or something like that. There's a lot of opportunities that's going to present itself to you with your skills, and it's going to take for you to take a step forward and make sure that you grab it. Also, Spirit wants to remind you. Hold on, let me get this 2 of Swords. What's this? Okay, the Devil in reverse. Spirit is saying don't let toxic addictions, destructive behavior, codependency, anything like that block your way. Okay? The only thing that can block you and block your skills and what you have going on is yourself. Okay? So practice self-love so that you don't feel that you have the need for the devil. Okay? You may be deadlocked, having trouble releasing limiting beliefs. Spirit is like, make sure that you're open to that. Yeah, the King of Cups in reverse, because it's just a bunch, like being in these limiting beliefs, it's just what's keeping you moody. He's a Scorpio, the King of Cups in reverse. Also, there's someone around you that may also be giving out bad advice. Someone may have been listening to someone for advice, and they may not have been given like their advice may not have been all that well, is what I'm getting here. Someone here could be very emotionally manipulative. That's what it is with this King of Cups in reverse and the Devil in reverse. The Two of Swords here, Spirit is reminding you that don't allow yourself to be emotionally manipulated by people, because it's just going to end you in a deadlock. Like, for example, on this self-love journey, you have to choose yourself, right? You have to put your needs first. Well, there could be people that may try to emotionally manipulate you, and this may keep you caught up in your head as to whether or not you should put yourself first. Put yourself first. Self-love, okay? You can't give out until you fill up what's inside of you. Okay, that's the message here, definitely. Yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. You know, Spirit is letting you know that your cup is going to be empty. Like I said, self-love is important. Your cup's going to be empty unless you put yourself first. Okay? Yeah, it even says self-love on here. I want to check. But yeah, it says self-love right here at the bottom. Yeah, self-love. Okay, that's the message here, guys. I'm not going to make this a very long message. Let me get you some outgoing messages here from the Oracle. Let me use my African Goddess Rising deck. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this message of motivation, because, again, it's about self-love, okay? I love this deck so much. Okay, so the first card we have is To Meet with Pleasure. Didn't I say this is about self-love? Self-love is about doing what works for you, what fits you, okay? Putting your needs first. It doesn't mean like, you know, screw everybody else and what they got going on. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that. It just means that don't overcrowd yourself with other people's issues. You know, think about what makes you happy. What's important for you. Okay, we're going to do those two and I'll leave the other ones. Okay. Ooh, we have Oya with Storms. So Spirit is just talking about a stormy time in your life. And then we have Level Up. Queen Ya Asantiwa. So Spirit is counting on you to level up, okay? To go after what you deserve. I'm going to read the first one, Pleasure, okay? Okay, it says, you are thirsty for more pleasure. You can't thrive when life feels dry. You are made of laughter and stardust, not sawdust. Pleasure is your birthright, a gift from the universe. And her declaration says, it feels good to feel good. It also says here, you secretly feel that you don't deserve it, but pleasure is a healing and a manifesting force. Laughing, loving, and orgasmic joy is holy. Hold your hands over your reproductive area and say aloud, I deserve pleasure. So yeah, Spirit is reminding you to amp it up a bit, you know, if you feel like things are getting dim. And that's what I was talking about, like at the beginning of the reading, your passion, okay? Your passion has been disrupted a little bit. Your fire is a little dim. Go out there and find what gets you going. Like, get your juices going. It doesn't have to be sexually, okay? It can mean in any way. I mean, I'm just saying, like, go out there and find your passion. It could be art. It could be music. It could be helping others. Whatever it is, like, get that fire inside of you going again. Because I really feel like that in the past, you've dealt with a lot of situations and you've been wearing you've been putting on a facade for so long trying to please everyone else's narrative that, you know, that now that you are breaking free from that, you're you know, it's like you have to discover that fire. And Spirit is inviting you to find your pleasure, discover your pleasure. Okay, the next card is Oya with Storms. It says, the winds of change are in motion. Into every life, a little rain must fall. Personal storms clear away the old. Sometimes change moves slowly. At other times, change is swift. What would you like to change? If you are not actively changing it, you are choosing it. To make shift happen, focus on what you want. Stop giving energy to what is not working. The biggest thing holding you back is you. If you want people in life to treat you better, you go first. If you attract betrayal, stress, and strife, the common denominator is you. Beating yourself up is self-harm. Feel your feelings. Honor your journey. Tell yourself the truth and practice self-compassion. And her declaration says, I make shift happen. So yeah, again, Spirit is telling you that you are in control of your destiny. The only thing holding you back is you. You know, if you know that you want to level up and you want people to treat you better, you're tired of being treated like, you're tired of being breadcrumbed, you're tired of being cheated on, you're tired of a lot of things. Spirit is like, it's time for you to make some changes from within so that you stop attracting this energy, so that you stop accepting this energy. Set boundaries so that people know that they cannot treat you that way. And then you will begin to be treated better. Okay, so Spirit is like, this storm is going to pass, but make sure that you're setting boundaries and you're putting your needs first, okay? Okay, and with level up, it says raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. Time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leap happens little by little. And her declaration says, divine timing is on my side. So yeah, again, Spirit is like, it's time for you to level up. It's time for you to raise your standards. Okay, this storm that you've been going through that's been draining you, it's going to pass. And when it passes, you're going to be at the driver's seat. You're going to have the steering wheel. You're going to have control and know which way you want to go. And Spirit is like, which way will you go? Are you going to level up and seek out your own pleasure? Do what's right for you. You may have always lived your life according to someone else's pleasure. And again, this doesn't have to be sexually, okay? Please don't think of anything inappropriate. I hope it's not. But I'm just talking about like, your parents, making them happy. Your mom, your dad, your uncles, your nieces, your kids, wife, husband, whatever. You may have always lived your life according to what makes them comfortable, what brings them pleasure. But now it's thinking about yourself. It's time to bring that self-love in and radiate it from the inside out so that you can attract what is best for you, okay? All right, guys. So Nomad Souls, I really hope that you enjoyed the reading. I'm going to end it there, okay? I really hope that message resonated for you some way, somehow. Please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. And please share the message if you feel like it may resonate for someone else, okay? I love you guys so much. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to see you guys in the next reading or so, okay? Bye.